Hello, it is Sunday, September 21st, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword, so we're going to be solving a big Sunday grid, and it's got a name, Gimme a Break. That'll be related to the theme somehow. We'll find out just how it's related soon enough. And today's themed jumbo edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Brett Sandman, Lunar Society champion, and, as always, the indomitable showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. Their generous support, of course, sustains this channel, keeps the series going, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons, such as this week's mini puzzle pseudo speed solve. Apologies for the delay in getting another edition of that out, but most recent one was posted yesterday. Anyway, there's also, for benefactors like those I've mentioned, there's the official Daily Solve mug. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel at any level via Patreon. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Adrienne Bake, who's constructed, I think, around half a dozen, maybe, if a handful of puzzles for the New York Times. Actually, sorry, forgot to check. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It's a Sunday themed crossword entitled Gimme a Break, and we'll find out what relevance that has soon. Let's start solving. Okay, vineyard measure. How are vineyards measured? Are they measured in acres? I'm not actually sure. Holiest locales in synagogues, traditionally arcs, which, hold the Torah. Let's see. So that would work with acre then, actually. Applications of polish. I'm not sure. TikTok in the Oz books, for one. Could that be the name of a robot character? Sort of TikTok. You could imagine a kind of clockwork character. Let's see if that works. I've never actually read any of the Oz books, but it could be, right? Location, yeah, locations in the game Clue. So in Clue, or Cluedo here in the UK, ridiculously, in my opinion, they are the different places where someone might have been killed. Applications of polish. So what is that? I don't know. Traditional form of Japanese drama. Oh, kabuki. Kabuki theater. It's a Sunday crossword, so there could be a rebus or something. I mean, there could be some way that this is, this could go up this way or something. Who knows? I mean, I don't think it is that, but I feel like this must be kabuki theater. So the question is, how does it fit? Well, applications of polish could be coats of polish, several coats of polish applied. Models after, yeah, emulates. That's good. So this is working so far. Regular at a park with half pipes informally, right? So a skate park might have a half pipe that you do tricks on. So a skater would be a regular there. Big successes. Okay, I'm not sure about this one, so I'm not going to assume that's just a regular I. Entered on tiptoe, stole in. Is there something going on with, I don't know, that doesn't seem to work. Let's see. Kicked off as a business, started up. Okay, something's wrong here. Don't know what. Stole in, started up. Maybe it's not a skater. Regular at a park with half pipes informally. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Big successes. Hits. Okay. Could this be skier or something? Kabuki. This would be, because this H here, I'm wondering if it's kabuki theater, which it does fit there. I don't know if it's R-E or E-R in this context, but ski. I don't quite understand what's going on here. Give me a break. I'm not sure this is right. Sorry, in case you're wondering what I've done here, why there are several letters in a single cell, the rebus function, which unfortunately you just have to infer whether its use is required or not, allows you to type many letters in a single cell, but I'm just going to put these 3 in, because it will allow me to spell kabuki theater conceivably, but I don't quite understand how that interacts with regular at a park with half pipes informally. Ski, is it? I really wanted that to be a skater, like a skateboarder, but I'm not sure what's going on. I just don't know what's going on. You had something, you tasted it maybe, like food? 1995 Sandra Bullock cyber thriller, The Net. I remember seeing that. In the cinema when I think it was, I did see that in the cinema. I think I was probably too young, but I remember being excited about there being some internet-related movie. V for Vendetta actor Stephen Ray. I was definitely too young, and I think my friend and I went, and his mother took us into the cinema and then immediately left because she wasn't interested, but we needed her to get in, I think. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. Ski. What? How does this work? I don't understand it. Okay. Does acid. Trips on acid. Uninvited guest. I don't know. Doings before surgery, informally, the preoperative, procedures or whatever. Grand Duke of Luxembourg, beginning in 2000. Henri, maybe? I'm not actually familiar with the sort of specific people. I'm not up on on Luxembourg's royal family. Uninvited guest. An intruder. Okay. I mean, this is looking good so far. So this would be an R then. Dubbed ones are sirs, right? So you could dub a knight, sir, whatever. Sir Henri, perhaps. Love Rosie, maybe? 2014 rom-com starring Lily Collins? I have no idea. Victor's Cry, I Win. Yeah, that looks good. They might be glowing embers. Embers are often described as glowing. This is all working, and I don't understand it at all. What does this mean? Am I just missing some very obvious thing here? I probably am. Lace protector, an aglet. Oh, skate rat. Is this not kabuki? Lace protector, an aglet. That's the little bit that goes on the end of a shoelace, right? That keeps it from fraying. So is this cat? I don't understand this at all. It feels as though this should be kabuka theater or something, because then this would be a skate rat, which sort of makes sense to me. I'm going to just leave it blank for now because I don't understand what I'm looking for. Okay, sorry about this. I'm just totally missing something. Pro bono, maybe? Is it, free legal work? Astrological lion, Leo from the zodiac. Tree with doubly serrated leaves. I guess it must be an elm tree. Filing services, ? A manicurist or something? No, manicure, no. Oh, whoops, I misspelled it. Manicures. Yeah, there we go. Those are filing services. Your nails would be filed during a manicure. Okay. So heart of the matter is the meat of it. Breaded fried Japanese pork cutlet. Tonkatsu? So there's a cat. I guess it must be. Is that kabuka theater? Is that actually what it's called? Or is that the form of it that would be correct in this context? I don't know. Boy, that really has been baffling me, but at this point I think it must be right. Oh, Kit Kat. Wait, no. Give me a break. That's the slogan for Kit Kat bars. So maybe it is Kit. Oh, does it go both ways? Is it Kit when it's across and cat when it's down? I bet that's what it is. It's kabuki theater going across and skate rat going down. Sorry about this. This took me ages. I should have thought about Gimme a Break as soon as I started seeing Kit, and then I was thinking cat, and I really should have caught on to that. Okay, so I'm going to put Kit for all of them just to stay consistent, but I bet that's what it is. So what's this? 2012 Disney film set in an arcade. Okay, right. Yeah, I've not seen this, but I've heard of Wreck-It Ralph. There we go. And then, yeah, this is Tonkatsu with K-A-T going down. Okay, good. What a relief. Creative pursuit is an art, I suppose. Far from conscious. You're, what, in a daze or something? Let's see. No, that doesn't really work. Make a big step, perhaps. I don't know. Rabbis reading the Torah. Maybe it's having removed it from the Ark. Hey, psst, maybe. Programs hosted by SoundCloud. Podcasts, I get. Yeah, SoundClouds can be hosted on SoundCloud. Podcasts can be hosted there, yeah. Happy hour perch. A stool at a bar. Make a big step, perhaps. I'm not sure about that one. Palindromic Italian number. Otto for 8. Key spot would be, key spot. You put a key in a door. Oh, in a coma is far from conscious. And then make a big step, perhaps, is stomp. Okay, great. This is finally working out. Oscar-winning Ariana of West Side Story. Ariana, is it DeBose? Is that her name? I think that's right. Let's check the crosses, though. You may begin. You might grant somebody. Many a skincare product, gel, turns off. If something turns you off, it disgusts you. December drink would be eggnog. Small square, 1. So 1 is a square number because 1 squared is 1, but it's a small one. It's the smallest one, I suppose. Okay, gone missing. Disappeared? Yeah, that works. Okay. Game with indigenous origins. Lacrosse. I think I knew that actually, but I don't know very much about the history of lacrosse, but I think I was aware of at least that one basic fact. Actually, let's go to plan B, or not, you might say, or not. Let's try something else. Classic drinking sport, pong, like beer pong, I guess. I think that's probably what we're looking for here. Swipe. I'm not sure. Third largest land animal, the hippopotamus? Swipe cop. Why is that right? I don't know. It feels it must be based on the crosses, but let's see. Bank account entry. Interest, maybe? Interest earned on deposits. One way to sell stock. Oh, you can sell short. You could short a stock. Let's see if that works. Muscle firmness. Yeah, tone. You have muscle tone. You have sort of firm muscle. Game typically played in the dark. Oh, laser tag. Right. Boy, I haven't encountered laser tag in a long time. I guess it's probably still around. Neighbor. Oh, is this neighbor of Luxembourg after having mentioned the Grand Duke of Luxembourg beginning in 2000? Germany. Fight the urges, resist. Reform Party founder. This is not Reform UK, the current right-wing UK party, but rather the, I believe, no longer extant US third party formed by Ross Perot. I don't know if they still exist. I assume they don't, because I think it was basically his whole thing, but I'm not sure. Here's the thing. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Cleaned up in a way. Edited text, perhaps? You cleaned it up, you edited, proofread it. Place to perfect a recipe. Don't know. Muchas horas. Muchas horas. Many hours are, what, like dias, like days? Let's see. Members of the mongoose family. What are members of the mongoose family? I should probably know that. I mean, I'll probably recognize the animal, but I don't know. Go after as mosquitoes. Swat at them. Sorry, maybe next time. Not sure. Pokemon Enthusiasts Collection cards, I guess. There's a sort of Pokemon card game that this is probably referencing. Several CBS dramas. Are they CSIs? Are those on CBS? Crime Scene Investigations. That's funny. As a plural. I think that's probably right. Have I looked at this yet? Yes, I have, but I didn't solve it. Place to perfect a recipe. Test kitchens. So there's our kit from Kit Kat. Finally, I have another one of these. Yeah, place singular. Test kitchen. Okay, great. So then down, it's cat. So, oh, right, okay. So meerkats. No wonder I didn't see that. I mean, who knows if I would have thought of it anyway, but meerkats, because the cat going down. Okay, and then muchas horas dias. Okay, great. So that's all fine. Sorry, maybe next time. Not sure. I don't know. We lost? I don't know. Public Health Agency, the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Sorry, maybe next time is... I don't know. Can't say what that is for some reason. Hip. Does it mean hip like cool, or is it hip the body part? I'm not sure. Black, inverse. Ebon, that's a way to refer to the color, to poetically describe the color black. Longtime employer of Rachel Maddow. Right, she's a political television host on MSNBC. St. Andrews residence. So St. Andrews in Scotland, which I think is sort of I don't know if it's the birthplace of golf or if it's sort of the most central, like historically central location in golf, but it has definitely, I mean, there's also a university, I mean, there's all sorts of things there, but I think it has some special importance to golf. I could be wrong about that. I don't know very much about golf. Bonds are ties. Blank Fighters, Everlong Band, Foo Fighters. Hip. In fashion. Yeah, okay, so it does mean cool in this sense. And then, sorry, maybe next time. We can't. I see. So this is maybe, I don't know, maybe a customer service person is telling you we can't. Sorry, maybe next time. Was I to blame, you might ask yourself? To be in Nice. So in French, to be would be être. To be, the French verb. Dozes off is nods off, as in falls asleep. And then it gets bucks from Broncos. Broncos is capitalized. Oh, I see. So it's the model vehicle, Ford Bronco. Does that still exist? Is it true that Ford gets bucks from Broncos? Not that they got or once did. Do they still manufacture that? That's shocking to me if so. I mean, not shocking, but surprising. Okay, campground gathering spots. Fire pits, maybe? Yeah, it could be. Let's see if this works. Feasts, dines, eats. Jeans or denims, like blue jeans. The Silence of the Lambs villain, right? So Hannibal Lecter, the famous cannibalistic murderer, sort of intellectual cannibal. Music protector of a sort. A CD case maybe would fit. Let's see if that works with this. Gleeful feeling. Giddiness is a gleeful feeling. I wonder how many of these Kit Kats we have so far. 1, 2... We have 3. Okay. I can imagine there being 8 if there's sort of... maybe not 8. Maybe 6 if we've got sort of 2 in each horizontal third of the grid. That would not strictly symmetrically disposed, but sort of roughly evenly distributed. Anyway, we'll find out. Slope is a tilt. Remove as a coupon would be to clip out the coupon from a newspaper page or something. Justice Sotomayor, Sonia Sotomayor, is a U.S. Supreme Court justice. To perform horribly is to stink. Oh, sorry, Sonia with an I. Apologies. Seeking justice in a way is suing somebody. Slumps is sags. Expressions of disapproval are tisks, like... Okay, so I think we've looked at all of these clues. Yeah, so what about this? Oh, here's our revealer. Bite-sized chocolate-covered wafers. Oh, right, so it's not just Kit Kat bars. Or a hint to what's found in 5 squares in this puzzle. So Kit Kat minis, right, okay. So I've never encountered this particular confection, but Right, so they're little square ones, so they fit in the tiny little squares of the grid, of the crossword grid. There we go. Kit Kat Minis, great. Okay, so 5 squares. So I imagine there being 6, one of which would be down in this corner, and this corner will be lacking one, presumably. Okay, here's the thing. So, listen. Barbie's bow is Ken, the doll. No Man is an Island writer. That's John Donne. Insurer with a green mascot. Right, it's the gecko from Geico. Some slushies are ices. That's a sort of blended ice drink. To leave tire marks, a car would skid and leave tire marks on the pavement. Big jerks are asses. Farm enclosures are pens. You might have animals penned up. Certain rescue pet. I'm not sure offhand. Like emailed files, they're attached to the email. Yeah, that fits. Intense as an argument, a heated argument. To joke around is to kid. BS part abbreviation. So this is a presumably Bachelor of Science degree. Bachelor of Sciences at a university. And then blank homo ecce homo, behold the man. The phrase, and also there are various paintings called that, including I think in fact that incredible paint. What was it? It was a sort of local church in Spain had, I guess, a fresco, was it, of Jesus Christ painted on its wall, and it had become very decayed and degraded over time, and a local woman sort of restored it in an absolutely incredible way, and it became a kind of online phenomenon. Anyway, I think that painting was entitled Ecce Homo. It's one of the great internet moments I remember when that was sort of revealed. Anyway, ambush, a sneak attack. Yeah, and that'll be our kit or cat. So I'm going to put in kit just for consistency, but it obviously reads cat going down. And then across, it'll be kit. So a kitten, some kind of kitten, certain rescue pet. Adopted kitten? No, that doesn't fit. Not sure yet. What about this, though? It incited a famous 18th century party, the Tea Act, I suppose, levied by Great Britain on its North American colonies. Taxing tea, let's see, DC Pro Nat, right? So that'll be a professional sports player for the Nationals. What is that again? Oh, is that the football team? I think that's the NFL team. I could be wrong. No, maybe it's not. Sorry, I don't know. It's embarrassing that I don't know this, but I don't. Okay. Blank Island, Georgia resort destination. I don't know. Sea Island, maybe? Sea Island? Worked hard for. Yes, if you worked hard for something, you strove for it. And the for in parentheses there means we'll apply it to both the clue and the answer. So worked hard for and also strove for. Okay, certain rescue pet. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Miniaturized Amazon smart speaker. I don't know. Blank talks, TED Talks, those sort of conference addresses you sometimes see online. Dangerous additive in old paint. Lead paint. Don't still add that to paint. Guy, fella, maybe? Could that be? I'm not certain this is right, but let's try it and see. TV host Cohen, I'm not sure. Croft of video games. Lara Croft is the protagonist of the Tomb Raider series of video games. What the Dalai of Dalai Lama translates to. Right, okay. Well, I mean, it's something to do with being kind of foremost or something, because a lama is a priest. But I'm not sure. Broken piece of pottery would be a shard. Oh, maybe this is Andy. That would be a name. Andy Cohen. Could that be a TV host? The Dalai of Dalai Lama translates to. Gannett-owned newspaper. I think Gannett owns a number of newspapers. Oh, but fitting this format, it's probably USA Today. This does look like Andy, doesn't it? Let's try it. Oh, a foster kitten, right? I see. So the rescue cat is then given to put into a foster home. Okay, miniaturized Amazon smart speaker Echo Dot. Is that something that looks possible? And then ocean. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. I'll have to look up the meaning of that in this context. Okay. Does a farm job. Hose, maybe, or something like that. Sews, maybe. Blank chic dressing style. I mean, both of my guesses have O's at the end. So it could be boho chic, like bohemian chic. Let's see. Bad spirit. A ghoul is usually described as a bad spirit, a negative, ghostly presence. United Way and UNICEF in brief. NGOs? G's in the wrong place. That's not right. Swanson on Parks and Recreation. Oh, the character Ron Swanson. I think the character Ron from Parks and Recreation was represented in the puzzle yesterday or the day before. I mean, within the last couple of days. Or maybe that was in one of the minis. I'm not sure. I sometimes get that when I've recently solved minis, because anytime I've recently solved one mini New York Times crossword, it means I've recently solved 7. So sometimes it overwrites my other memories or confuses them. United Way and UNICEF in brief. Oh, just organizations. I guess that's all it is. Does a farm job. Yeah, so it is sows. Okay, so one of my guesses was right. I made it big time. Look at me now, and that'll have the cat, or as I'm going to put it in here, the kit. Look at me now. There we go. So this one is kit. Festive outdoor lighting options. Tiki torches. Yeah, that fits. Okay, great. Yeah, that works. To assist someone illegally would be to abet them in committing a crime. And then 1958 romantic comedy that won Best Picture. Gigi, About Us pieces, biography, or biographies, plural. And then self-love is ego, there we go, so sort of self-regard. And then, this was Gigi, there we go. Graham Greene's Our Man in Havana, that's a Graham Greene story that I think, was that made into a film? I think it was. The Last Supper, e.g. A mural, a large painting, let's see. Jazz composer Errol Garner. Puck's King, the Fairy King Oberon from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Sorry, misstated that initially. But yeah, that'll be right. Esoteric knowledge is arcana, sort of arcane learning. And then phases to Taylor Swift, right? Her eras, which was referenced in her sort of eras tour. And then Roald, who wrote Matilda, would be Roald Dahl, the late children's author. I saw a really good play in London a couple of months ago starring John Lithgow as Roald Dahl. I really enjoyed it. Hold dear. If one holds someone dear, one adores them. So we'll have to see, actually. I'm not sure. I mean, I took a gamble on just putting these all in as kit. We'll see if the puzzle accepts my choice. Usually, I mean, it's best when there's something like this in the theme of a crossword, very often a Thursday or Sunday crossword, but not exclusively, that in theory could be entered numerous ways. It's always nice when the puzzle accepts any possible way. What I mean when I say that is, I can imagine someone solving this and putting arbitrarily kit or cat into any one of these. I could imagine them consistently putting only kit, consistently putting only cat, or even writing out kit cat in all of them. And I would personally expect the puzzle to accept any of those because they all demonstrate that the solver understood what's going on. And so, hopefully it's not very prescriptive about what it accepts, but we'll see. Okay, it accepted mine. And what does it do? Oops, I clicked the wrong button. That was stupid. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So it puts in... Sorry, I'm far enough away from my monitor that I couldn't quite see what it did. This is sort of unreadably tiny from a normal distance. at least on my screen, but kit/cat it puts in. And this is a funny one. This is what I expected it to do. I expected it to replace these with kit/cat because it often does do that. I wonder if it accepts kit/cat. If you actually type it in with the slash, does it accept it? I don't know. Anyone who tried that, let me know. I can't try it now. It won't let me delete them. But I'd be curious to know if that was accepted as an input, not just as the kind of replacement output. But there we go. It did accept my all kits, oops, all kits entry. And there we go. So we had Kabuki Theater crossing Skate Rat, Wreck-It Ralph crossing Tonkatsu, Tiki Torches crossing Look at Me Now, Test Kitchen crossing Meerkats, and finally Foster Kitten crossing Sneak Attack. Each one of these facilitated by our Kit Kat Minis, the bite-sized chocolate-covered wafers, or a hint to what's found in 5 squares in this puzzle. And that was Gimme a Break, appropriately named puzzle that I should have thought about earlier. I'm sure there were plenty of people watching this who, when I was agonizing over why this is kit rather than cat, people were saying, why don't you read the title of the puzzle? What are you doing? I don't know why I didn't think about that. But there we go. Give me a break. That's all I can say in response. Give me a break. It's tough to do this on video. And there we go. That was the Sunday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. It didn't actually take very long to solve, at least relative to many Sunday crosswords. So, it came in a bit with a bit of a lower time than is often the case. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who's done so. And thanks if you've pressed the hype button if that's shown up for you on the channel. Thanks to everybody who's done that. And do let me know how you fared with this crossword in the comments below the video or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. And I'll be back tomorrow for a much more quickly solved Monday crossword. A more approachable, themed, ordinary-sized puzzle. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.